I am going to discuss about the subject Network and Cyber Security, presenting by Manjunath Iyer, Assistant Professor, ECE Department, Canara Engineering College from Mangalore. Here I'll be discussing about Module 2. It's about electronic mail security. In details about electronic mail security, we'll discuss in the upcoming slide. So now this presentation is having email security. Okay, why we need to provide the security for the email? What are the problems we are facing while we are sending a data through email over a internet? Next, email security enhancement. So since we face some problems when we are sending a data over a network through email, so we need to provide the data, we need to provide the security. Okay, we need to enhance the security for email in order to expose our data to unauthorized user. So this is very important. One of the best methods which provides the security for email is pretty good privacy, in short form PGP. Okay, I am going to discuss about just introduction about the PGP. Okay, we have invented this PGP and milestones of PGP. It's a general discussion about email security. Email is one of the most widely used and regarded network services. So we know that why we are using email. Okay, so many times we are using email to send data like text format, image format, video format and audio format within the some size. Okay, if the data which we are transferring transfer, so that should be within the specified size. So we don't know that so how securely we are sending the data, the different format of data. So we need to provide the security for the data which is being transferred through email over a network. Currently message contents are not secure. Okay, so as I mentioned, the data that we are transferring is not so secure. Okay, nowadays, okay, so somehow it is improved, security is what improved, but in the beginning when the email is introduced, data was not secured. The data which we are transferring through the email, so they started um, inventing different techniques that we can adopt for the email. The first one is maybe inspected either in transit. So we need to inspect the data, or we need to inspect the security at both the side. Like at the sender side also you need to know to whom is going to send, who are all going to receive the message. If he is sending a message to the legitimate receiver, it's fine, there is no risk. If the sender is going to send a message to the unauthorized person, so it is going to create some problem. We need to take some precautionary measurements by adopting some security techniques. And receiver also, he should know that from whom he is going to receive the message. If he is going to receive the message from the legitimate sender, again that's a fair. If he is receiving a message from unauthorized person, again it is going to cause some risk. You need to take some precautionary measurement, in respect to what? Security. Or by suitably privileged user on the destination system. It is for only the receiver side. The receiver side have to take care about from whom he is going to receive the message. If the message is receiving by the legitimate sender, it's fine. if the message is not receiving from the legitimate user, it's nothing but unauthorized person or a hacker, okay, professional hackers, okay, it's going to cause some risk. Need to be take care about this. So email security is very essential things, okay, nowadays we needed. Next, enhancing the security for, okay, email. Data which we are being transferred through the email or communicating through the email, so need to provide the security. Okay, so why we need to enhance the security? Confidentiality is okay, one of the goals of an email security. So it's about protection from, okay, disclosure. When we are sending a message, okay, known message from the, sending a message, okay, from the right sender to the right receiver, so it should not disclose to what unauthorized person or a third person. The data should be, okay, communicate through only, okay, known sender and known receiver. So that's what, okay, confidentiality. Next, authentication, okay, it's for sender of messages. So authentication can be achieved by using a digital signature standard. So it's like, okay, before we are sending, we have to put our signature, okay, by adding, okay, private key or public key of a sender. Okay, so at the receiver side, you need to authenticate whether the message is, okay, has been sent by the, okay, legitimate sender, like, okay, from whom you need to receive the message. So authentication. Next, message integrity. So it's about protection from modification. So though message has been explored or it is disclosed to what unauthorized person, okay, so we should avoid, okay, we need to avoid, okay, data, okay, to be altered or data, okay, is modified by the unauthorized person, okay, or a third party. Next, non-repudiation of, okay, origin. It is about protection from denial by sender. Let's say, for example, I am a sender, okay, I am going to send a message to the student in a, okay, group saying that tomorrow have class at okay, 9:30. So next day at 9:30, so I should not deny that. So like, okay, I have not sent this message because I am an authorized sender. I have sent, okay, after authentication is over, I have what sent my message to the classroom, and I should not deny it, okay, like by saying, okay, I have not sent that message. So because it is already sent by the authorized sender. So these 5 things are confidentiality, authentication, message integrity, and non-repudiation of origin. I can say that, okay, these are all set of goals, okay, for email security. So best method that provides security for email is PGP. PGP stands for pretty good privacy. Okay, so here I am going to discuss about the milestones or, okay, introduction about PGP, we have invented and why they have invented, okay, so and why it has got famous. So PGP widely used de facto secure email program. So when PGP has come to the picture, okay, they started using very widely because it has, okay, several features. So it is developed by Phil Zimmermann. Okay, so he is a person, Phil Zimmermann, who have introduced PGP for email. Selected best available crypto algorithm to use. Okay, PGP it uses are implemented with the cryptography, best cryptography algorithms. Okay, among several algorithms that have been used, we are using for cryptography. So it uses the best available cryptographic algorithms. So integrated into a single program. So many features can be integrated in a single program. So this is what unique features of PGP. It can be used in different platforms like or a different operating system like on Unix, PC, Macintosh or Mac operating system and other systems also we can implement this PGP. I mean it is going to support for many platforms. So when the PGP has introduced at the beginning, so originally it is free, and now also it is available for many commercial version available for many commercial applications. Now also it is available. It's a continuation of introduction to PGP. Selected the best available cryptographic algorithms as the building blocks. So in the previous slide, as I told you, so it is going to select what the best algorithms on several algorithms are available that we can use for cryptography. Integrated these algorithms into a general purpose applications that is independent of operating system and processor, and that is based on small set of easy to use command. So algorithms can be used for general purpose applications that is independent of operating system. That means we can use this, or we can implement this PGP on any operating system irrespective of any operating systems. We can run this PGP, or we can implement this PGP, and a processor that is based on a small set of easy to use command. So easy to use commands, we can pass by passing a commands and it's like so commands that we are used in Unix to create a folder, or delete a folder, or move the folder from one place to another place. So which feels user to interact with the operating system. Same similar way we can relate here. Easy to use a command. So next is make the package and its documentation including the source code freely available via the internet, bulletin boards and commercial networks such as AOL, America Online. AOL stands for America Online. After we made the package and its documentation including the source code, so it is freely available via internet. So we no need to pay the amount to use these packages. So it is freely available in the internet. So entered into an agreement with a company ViaCrypt. So now its name is changed as Network Associates, to provide a fully compatible low cost commercial version of PGP. Initially so after others they came to know that it has several features which provides the security for an email. So company called ViaCrypt has come forward to make an agreement to improve this features of PGP and provide the fully compatible and for a low cost economically also it is very less to purchase, and we can make that PGP can be used for commercial work, commercial application. So next, so because of all these features of PGP has grown explosively high and is now widely used in some personal or commercial applications or personal applications. It is available free worldwide in version that run on a variety of platforms. So now it can be run on variety of platforms, like variety of operating system, including Windows, Unix, Macintosh or Mac applications and many more applications. In addition, the commercial version satisfies user who want to product that comes with vendor support. So commercially it is we are using it widely, and we are since it is going to support for many platforms of operating system. It is based on algorithm that have survived extensive public reviews and are considered extremely secure. So public, they feel that, so it is more extremely secure. Okay, so this is what the public review, and specifically the package includes RSA and DSS and Diffie-Hellman algorithms for public key encryption. Okay, cache 128 IDEA and 3DS for symmetric encryption, and SHA-1 for hash coding. So here many algorithms they are using. For each algorithms we have given some name, and we know what is asymmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption and symmetric encryption. So in symmetric encryptions, for encryption and decryptions we are using a common sessional key or a secret key. For asymmetric encryption we are using what different keys like private key and public key. Okay, so suppose if we are using a private key for encryption, at the decryptions we have to use a public key. Okay, for at the encryptions, if we are using a public key, for decryptions we have to use a private key. Each user having a pair of keys called private key and a public key. Private key is so like it is so confidential, so it should known to only the user, and public key can be share with other users. So now RSA, DSS and Diffie-Hellman for a public key encryptions, like asymmetric encryptions, cache 128 IDEAs and 3DS for symmetric encryption, and SHA-1 for hash coding. Okay, so this is about introduction about PGP. Next, it's a last content about introduction about the PGP. It has a wide range of applicability from corporations and wish to select and enforce a standardized scheme for encrypting files and messages to individuals who wish to communicate securely with others worldwide over the internet and other network. So on the top of the discussion of today's session, I can give my conclusion that so PGP has got its famous for commercial users, more than the private users. So those who are using in the corporations or commercial applications, they can share the details or a document with more secure to other person. So the other person may be in the same place of country or other country. Worldwide we can exchange the document. It was not developed by nor it is controlled by any governmental or standard organization. For those with an instinctive distrust of the establishment, this makes PGP attractive. So last point, so that I am going to address here. So this is not either not controlled by any government or standard organization. So it's all about the PGP. PGP is the first method that is introduced for email security, and has got its famous to use in corporate in commercial applications. okay, and it is freely available in the internet. This is very important content related to PGP. It describes operational description, or also I can say the services provided by the PGP. Okay, this is very important related to the PGP. Okay, we need to understand well. Here the first column is going to describe about, okay, or depicts about the functions of, okay, PGP, or I can say okay, services of the PGP. First one is a digital signature. So we are using a digital signature for authentication. Very important. Okay, please make note of this. Digital signature we are using for authentication. Message encryption we are using for confidentiality. Message encryptions we are using for confidentiality. Okay, I am repeating 2 times about the services. So next one is compression, and another one is, last one is email compatibility. Okay, first one is, I am going to repeat, digital signature, okay, that is for authentication. Message signature for confidentiality. Authentication and confidentialities are set, okay, goals of a network security. So coming to the digital signature, so as we know that the signatures are required to get some recommendation. Okay, so by looking at the signature of okay, a person, so what we can get some recommendation. Similarly here, okay, we are using a signature for okay, digital data transaction. Okay, we need to authenticate. Okay, when we need some recommendations, we need, okay, signature. So by looking at the signature, okay, so we'll get a recommendation. I mean, we are using that signature for authentication. Okay, we are using for the signature for authentication. Same digital signature we are using, okay, signature to, okay, data transfer through internet by using email. So DSS algorithms that are used for digital signature or authentications are DSS, data signature standard, SHA, secure hash algorithm, or RSA, okay, or SHA algorithm. So DSS are using for encryption, and SHA is okay, we are using for generating a hash code. Descriptions about a digital signature. A hash code of message is created using a SHA-1. So as I told you here, SHA we are using for creating a hash code. So we can use the SHA-1 algorithm, secure hash algorithm. So that we'll discuss in detail in the next, okay, class. This message digest is encrypted using a DSS or RSS. This is very important. So please look here. SHA can be used along with DSS or RSA. SHA we are using to generate what? Hash code. Hash code is nothing but message digest. So after we got hash code, okay, so that hash code should be encrypted. So that can be encrypted by using DSS algorithm or RSA algorithm with the sender private key and included with the message. Okay, for both the DSS and RSA we are using what? Private key of a sender. So since we are using a private key of a sender, at the receiver side, if you want to decrypt the hash code, we have to use a public key of a sender. Public key is already shared with the receiver. Okay, so receiver have to use the public key of a sender, and you need to decrypt the hash code. Okay, so encryption and decryptions about the authentication of digital signals, digital signature, we will, okay, look into in future class. Message encryption we are using for confidentiality. So that can be, okay, I mean, in order to get the confidentiality, we can use algorithms. Okay, many algorithms are available. Cached or ideas or 3 key, that is what, triple key, DS with Diffie-Hellman or RSA. Okay, many algorithms okay, we can use. So cached is nothing but carelessly. C stands for carelessly, A stands for Adams, and S stands for Stafford, and T stands for Tavares. Okay, so these four people have introduced these algorithms. Okay, so by taking a first letter of each scientist or each inventors, so we are given the name called cast. Similarly, for idea, stands for International Data Encryption Algorithm. Okay, DS stands for Data Encryption Standard. Okay, so triple DS means we are using a triple key for data encryption standard. Okay, Diffie-Hellman algorithm or RSA algorithm. Here R stands for revert, S stands for Shami, A stands for Adleman. Similarly, as a cast, RSA algorithm is introduced by 3 persons. Okay, by taking a first letter of each inventors, we named as RSA algorithm. Okay, many algorithms are available, but for confidentiality or message encryptions, we are using all these encryptions algorithm techniques. So brief description about the message encryption is: a message is encrypted using a cached 128 or IDEA or 3DS with a one-time session key generated by the sender. So whatever I have discussed here, algorithms related to algorithms, cached 128 or IDEAs or triple DS. So we are using a session key or a secret key. So which means we can adopt these 3 algorithm technique for symmetric encryption. Okay, that means the same session key we are using at the sender for encryption. At the receiver side also, what you need to use the same session key or a secret key during decryption. The session key is encrypted using the same session key. Okay, how to what send at the receiver side, because you need to use what same session key for decryptions, right? But simply we are not sending that session key. So again, that session key need to be what encrypted to change the format of session key. So others should not know about that session key. Okay, so we are changing that format. So like in a cryptography, we are changing a plain text to ciphertext. No, the same session key also we are not sending the same session key as it is. We are adapting, or we are encountering that session key for encryption. Okay, so that is by using it Diffie-Hellman or RSA algorithm with the recipient's public key. Okay, by using a recipient public key. So at the receiver side, you need to decrypt the session key. I mean, you need to retrieve the session key for decryption. So since we are going to encrypt that session key by using what public key of receiver, you need to use a private key of the receiver. So by using a private key of the receiver, so the receiver is going to retrieve the sessional key or a secret key. Then the same sessional key can be used for decrypt the message. So the complete descriptions we will understand in the next class. Okay, it's just introduction. So with the block diagram we are going to understand this. So public key and included with the message. Obviously, so it is included with the message. Compression. So when the size of the data that we need to be sent over a network through email, if it is having more size, So we need to compress it, we need to reduce it. So similarly for encryptions we have several algorithms. Compression also we have many algorithms are available. I mean, we can use any algorithms that feels very convenient to use. A message may be compressed for storage or transmission using a zip. By using a zip options, we are going to reduce the size of the data. Okay, so without changing the content, we are going to reduce the size of the data. Email compatibility. So before we are sending a data, it is very important to go for email compatibility. Again, about the email compatibility we'll understand by block diagram. Just as an introduction, if I want to say, so we are using a radix 64 conversion to provide transparency for email applications. An encryption message may be converted to an ASCII string using a radix 64 conversion. So we are sending a data like binary data. So obviously we are sending a binary data, and the binary data should be converted to what? The ASCII format. ASCII format is a printable characters. So we need to convert from binary data to what? ASCII printable character. So we are using a radix 64 conversion. So about these details again we will discuss in detail about email compatibility in the next class. So it's all. This class is about introduction and milestones about the PGP and some features associated with the PGP. So in detail now about the services provided by the PGP will be discussed later in the next coming class. Thank you for watching it.